I'm Simon Hanhart. I'm a producer, engineer, mixer, and I've been doing it for many, many years. So today we're coming into AIR 1, which is a lovely studio in Hampstead. Amazing room. The room sounds great. It's a good size, ideal for doing what we're going to do today. Well, the string section is the London String Group. I've not worked with them before, but I've heard some great things about them, so I'm hoping that's going to be amazing.
Can we have teach more of the piano in our cans, please?
On piano we have Dom Ferris. He's been a good mate over the last few years. He's an amazing pianist, absolutely fantastic. And on vocals is another good friend of mine, John Mitchell, who is an amazing guitarist and vocalist. So he's got an incredible voice, and it's going to be beautiful, I know. My friend Richard Cottle did the arrangement. He's a good old mate of mine. I've known him for more years than I care to remember. And he's an incredible musician, comes up with imaginative, musically deep arrangements. And today, you know, we wanted to make sure that we had the opportunity to get the best possible sound. So we've brought in the Focusrite gear. We have an Red 8 Pre that's racked actually in the machine room next to the control room. And out here we have the MP8Rs, which are Etherneted to the Red 8 Pre and can be controlled by software in the control room there. The mic levels and everything, the actual level of the mic pre's can be controlled by software.
Red 8 Pre's in the machine room next to the Mac Pro with the Pro Tools HDX cards in, and that's running Digilink out into the HDX rig. There's also an Avid Sync HD that's the Red 8 Pre is running as part of the loop sync chain in that as well.
Everything is mic'd up in here. We've got all the microphones laid out for the string section and the piano and the vocal. We're going to go into the Focusrite mic pre's, and then we're going to be monitoring back through the vintage Neve console in the control room through there, which is a 70s console. It sounds incredible, but in this occasion the Focusrite stuff is the thing that we're going to go with, because we're looking for that high quality sound. We're going to have a 12-piece string section in here, and piano we're going to be recording live. It's going to be a track called Made of Paper. It was written by a very good chap called Tim Harbour. And it should be an amazing day. We've got some great players coming in, so I'm looking forward to a really nice time.
Paper, used up and useless. If I held you up to a naked flame, would you be translucent? Have you won the fight? We kept the bruises. We had the best of times back then. We were foolish. Carry on, hold me everywhere you go. I could have been your plus one, but I picked you up and put you down too many times. But I picked you up.
It's been incredible. It's been incredible today. Absolutely brilliant. You know, it's always a little bit of an unknown quantity when you have something in the computer and it's being played by GM instruments or just MIDI stuff. You know, it never sounds quite right. So, you know, you get an idea that it's going to be good, but you're not quite sure exactly how it's going to work until you get the forces in the room and they start playing it. But it was absolutely fantastic. You know it's working when the hairs on the back of your neck start to stand up. You know, it's absolutely resonating and working on an emotional level. What you need, particularly in a situation like this, you're working with natural instruments that need to sound like they would sound if you were standing 8 feet away from them. You know, you've got to capture that. So you don't want anything in the way of that signal path. You want the person in the room playing into Pro Tools, hear it back, and you're translating what happens in the room. And again, it's just works. It sounds great. You're not even aware of it because it's just translating what's happening into the room straight into the machine. Obviously, the opportunity to have Dante in a recording facility is absolutely fantastic, and I've been exploring that recently, and it makes complete sense that you can network a number of different units together, particularly in a multi-studio facility like AIR. There's 4 studios here. You want to make sure that you have one great setup that can be accessed from a number of different production rooms or studio areas. So it makes complete sense. It's the next generation, really. So I've got a Red 8 pre at home. That's what I use. So everything will be nice and compatible. It'll be the same kind of signal path. I'm always aware that it would be nice to have like a little mobile setup, and of course I could unrack the 8 pre and take that with me, and that would be a Thunderbolt situation. So having the options on connectivity is absolutely fantastic. I mean, you know, it's a unit that covers so many bases. You know, it's absolutely brilliant. It just needs to be a beautiful, clean signal path. And that's how it's been today. Absolutely fantastic.